Me first briefly introduce the Sigiriya site. This well-known UNESCO World Heritage site at Sigiriya, or the Lion Rock, is a fine example of 5th century urban planning founded by King Kashyapa. Nowadays, tourist attractions include 600 feet high rock, scenic landscapes, archaeological remnants below and on the summit of the rock, the mirror wall, and paintings. So let me show you a short video clip to better understand the site at Sigiriya. Please watch this. This is the mirror wall that I'm going to talk about. And these are the paintings. Well, hope you enjoyed it. All right. My study focuses on the graffiti on the mirror wall and the paintings. The mirror wall, constructed with brick and highly polished plaster, exhibits over 700 pieces of graffiti on the glossy inner surface composed by ancient visitors to Sigiriya. The well-known painted ladies are located closer to the mirror wall, prompting visitors to inscribe their comments, thoughts, and emotions about them on the mirror wall. So, this study explores the sentimental poems on the mirror wall that address the painted ladies at Sigiriya. The modern perspectives of the ladies in the paintings suggest various interpretations, including King Kashyapa's ladies, divine women, personification of lightning and clouds, and temple dances. However, there is a gap between the ideas of the historical audience who wrote graffiti and modern scholars interpreting these women. So I question in this study how the ideas in the graffiti poem help to understand Sigiriya painted women as the evidence of public gaze. Accordingly, the main objective of this study is to investigate the emotions and expressive mindset of the visitors to Sigiriya during 7th to 9th century CE. The methodology includes 3 phases. In the first phase, the 685 graffiti poems deciphered by Saranath Paranavithana were examined and categorized based on the subject matter. In the second phase, the graffiti centered around painted ladies were extracted and its content was examined thoroughly. Thirdly, these lyrical presentations were linked with the ladies' visual presentations to comment on the historical perspectives. The subject matter of graffiti includes these categories, as you can see: the site of Sigiriya, the enjoyment of the journey, the mirror wall, the lion figure, the palace on the summit, and of course the paintings. It could be seen that that the paintings catched the vast majority of poems, the attraction of poets. Yes, about the poets. Then the extracted graffiti on the ladies is also categorized considering the content. So it can be identified that the physical allure of the painter ladies, their emotional and sensual impact, silencing and ownership of the women, and negative emotional expressions are the perspectives of a wider variety of poets and poetess of different social classes, including monks. So now let me show you some examples of the graffiti for each category. The first one is physical allure. The poets addresses the figures in the paintings as if they were in the presence of women of flesh and blood. Mainly, they refer to the women's charms, using various imaginative descriptions such as eyed like blue water lilies, deer-eyed and long-eyed ones, and fair damsels. In simply, they all admire the body parts of these women. So for example, number 90 poem says, the beautifully blue eyebrows, the swan-like breast, a slender waist, the lips which are as if they have been made of coral, all these in truth exhibited as if Siri, the goddess of beauty herself, stood before one's face. The second one is emotional and sensual impact. In this category, the poets expressed their ideas as these women made people indifferent to the pleasure of heaven. Their smile imprisons one, console and incites feelings of love in the hearts of men with their eternal beauty. For example, number 459 says like this, the Song of Dayal. When we come thinking of your rosy hands, it is as if we have been taken by you in your hand. When we are come, you go. Even though you go, we have come. Even if you remain here, we having come here shall go away. The next category is silencing. This category expresses that the women are hard-hearted in the mood and remain silent. So some make riddles to make them speak. The reasons for silencing are also introduced in these poems. They do not speak because of their grief from the condition of women separated from their lovers. For instance, number 60 says like this, the golden colored ones on the mountain side stand without speaking, as if they are frightened. This long-eyed one, even though she does not herself speak, stands here, having taken a flower in her hand. Next one, ownership. Many poets try to identify these ladies' identities, thinking they were King Kashyapa's wives, while some, though they were heavenly damsels. Interestingly, modern antiquarians and archaeologists also express these ideas. For example, number 109, we look at the heart shattering, fair damsels on the rock wall. They seemed as if they stood there looking forward, wondering where their Lord had gone. Last one is negative emotional expressions. According to number 152, it says, I am Deva, wife of Mahamata. Clear-eyed young woman on the main mountain side aroused anger in my mind. In her hand, she has taken a string of pearls, and in her look, she has assumed rivalry with us. The poetess majorly express more negative emotions than males. Some males say that these women do not want and reject them. Some condemn womankind in general. Some warn that these ladies have gone undeeded. Poetess generally admits that these women are attractive, but accuse them of not possessing a loving heart or expressing their anger that they have no songs for them. I wish
Kakulandala, sorry to interrupt. 1 minute left, okay?
Yes, thank you. I wish we had more time to see more examples of these lovely poems, but I have to move to the conclusion of my study. Honestly, I need an analysis of a feminist archaeological viewpoint to make a better conclusion. However, from this study, I understood three things. Firstly, the people of latter period tended to understand the remnants of Sigiriya from the unforgotten stories of King Kashyapa from 2 centuries after its abandonment. Secondly, all the ideas of the ladies revolved around secular aspects. So men of various periods who visited Sigiriya were more curious about these beauties and expressed their male imaginary perspectives on them. But modern scholars often overlook this overt eroticism. Thirdly, these paintings can be understood as an outstanding presentation of female to historical society. That is why hundreds of visitors to Sigiriya have presented the whispers of sentiments. These sentiments furthermore enhance our comprehension of the secular aspects of these painted women and the Sigiriya site at large. Thank you for being so attentive.